you remember that they're changing my voice, in about a week or so, by the looks of it, I should be taking off. And keep in mind that they're changing my voice because they know I'm superior, and they're completely terrified to do the right thing. When you look at people carefully, especially people in certain cultures, right, what you might call white culture, you see that they're very much kind of insecure, and it causes them to lash out, right? Kind of nervous energy, what have you. Especially in the military, the police, the martial artists, the corporations, right? So they kind of group together like the Klan and harass people. That's part of why that is. But it's no excuse, just because you have developmental disorders, kind of like a lot of them are like Vince McMahon, doesn't mean you should lash out and persecute Jesus, right? So again, no one should reproduce no matter what. It should be a little hectic for me as I go on the road. And, I've been being fumed heavily for quite some time. And, one way or another, I've won. And, they'll probably edit the voice to try to make it so I sound sad. If I was really sad sounding, I'd simply, make the video at a different time. But, and make it so I sound normal, right? So they tend to fume me and try to throw you off about that. But anyway. Anyway, so in about a week, like I said, it's hard to even think right now because of the fumes. But in a week or so, I should be taking off from here. And so at any point I could die from the fumes, okay? And obviously, curses on the Santa Clara County Sheriff Department for playing stupid about this, the FBI, all the local police departments and their families. There was no excuse, okay? The financial sabotage that occurred, so on and so forth. So my blood is on America's hands, Israel, the West in general, but all the nations of the world, the globalist nations, it's like the parable of the 10 millions. God gave them the ability to go public with what's going on here and to put pressure on them to stop doing it. They didn't do that. So everyone according to their deeds, right? What is logically their deeds? Like it says in Galatians, I think it's like 6-7 or something. It says, I'll put it on the screen. It says, God will not be mocked. You reap what you sow, right? God's justice won't be mocked. You harvest what you sow. So I'm happy with my life, what have you. I've had various symptoms of kind of cognitive damage from prolonged fuming that happened over a long period of time. And it's obvious, I think we could all agree that attractive females were better off dating me than doing what they're doing. We look at them now, they got the long fingernails, they're TikTok dancing. The ones who are allowed to seem more decent, if you want to call it that, they really are played out to as just soaked in ill-gotten gains. They're just sauteed and swimming in ill-gotten gains. And so that's a part of that too. So I think that the fumes will probably kill me before the end of the year, maybe in the next couple months or so, because they're not stopping. And, to me, that's fine. There's nothing here for me on this planet. Females, no females are worthy of me, and the LGBT community, they've really persecuted me. And of course, either way, I'd never be gay, but they really overkilled it. And so as this final stretch comes, this kind of victory lap, I'm very, very proud of my life. When I look at other people who were killed by them, Nipsey Hussle, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they didn't have as great of a life. I'm the top martial artist ever possible, So don't be sad for me. Weep for yourselves and your children, because this is the end of this is the final completion of Luke 23, where now there's no way for them to go to heaven. I told you people many times, rally to me, obey God through me. A lot of this stuff could have been avoided if you did that, but you chose your evil lives over doing the work of God. You chose a long, wicked life, and I've said it many times, a short, righteous life is preferred. So as the end comes, I thank God that I went down the path that I went. I thank God I didn't obey the military, the fucking evil military-industrial complex. I thank God that I did not obey, the fucking state. And you're not supposed to obey these people. You're not supposed to join the military or police, because these people did not support the Constitution, and they certainly didn't put God first. I thank God I enjoyed a cult. I thank God I didn't, listen to the fucking gang stalkers. I mean, they're stupid. So when all is said and done, I can look back at my flawless life and know that even if all those racist groups that I talk about, even if they had 1 million, even if they'd live forever, their lives wouldn't be worth a speck of dust on the ground. Okay, but I've served God every step of the way. They've done stupid stuff with technology and fumes, and I've triumphed. And I've triumphed over these worms. All victories are in principle. What victories do they have over God and I? None. What victories do God and I have over them? Every single category. I mean, who cares about a pie eating contest or a magic card competition or a foot race after they've sabotaged the masses of the races? Okay? Cares about a wrestling match or an MMA match or anything, things like this? Who cares about boxing? Who cares about a science fair? I'm the top martial artist ever possible. Who the fuck are they compared to me? A little kid can tell you that they're insignificant compared to me. They are just traitors on their way to meet their maker in extreme disgrace, and thank God I didn't join them. Thank God Almighty.